Okay, let's jump right into this explainer. I want you to imagine waking up tomorrow morning with absolutely zero anxiety about your bills. You don't even bother checking your bank balance. Why? Because you know with absolute certainty that your money was out there making more money for you while you were sound asleep. You are effectively running your own personal finance business, and man, it operates 24/7.
Now I know what you're thinking. Sounds impossible, right? Like some alternate reality reserved only for lottery winners or people with massive trust funds. But listen, this isn't about luck, and it's definitely not magic. What we are actually talking about here is financial intelligence. It's this deliberate, calculated architecture of making your money work for you rather than you spending your entire life working for it. Today, we're going to unpack the exact mechanics of this intelligence.
So, let's kick things off with part 1, the ultimate money mistake and escaping the rat race. To really understand wealth, we have to look at the default trap that most of us fall into. You know, the drill. The average person trades their time for a salary, spends it all on, well, survival or lifestyle creep, and then repeats that exhausting cycle every single month. Earn, spend, repeat. It's the classic rat race. It's essentially a perpetual motion machine that fundamentally prevents you from actually building wealth.
But here is the major paradigm shift. The wealthy? They simply refuse to participate in this cycle. Instead of trading time for cash forever, they step up and act as the CEO of their own finance business, where the absolute sole corporate mandate is systematic acquisition. Which brings us to part 2, assets versus liabilities, or the rules of the game. The rules of this game rely on a ruthlessly simple distinction, honestly. An asset puts money into your pocket, a liability takes money out of your pocket. That's it. The wealthy absolutely obsess over acquiring the former, while the middle class, unfortunately, kind of drowns in the latter.
Let's look at how this plays out in real life. Say you acquire a rental property. Every single month, it actively pays you an income. That is a true asset. Conversely, let's say you finance a luxury car with a massive loan. Now you've invited in monthly payments, interest, and terrible depreciation. It actively bleeds your capital. I mean, sure, it might look wealthy on the surface, but financially, it's a total anchor.
Because of this, the singular, relentless focus of the wealthy is a ridiculously simple one-step business plan. Buy more assets every year. They take their earned income and funnel it directly into vehicles that will relentlessly pay them back. Let's look at how this accelerates in part 3, the compound growth secret and the power of investing.
$5. I want you to imagine committing to investing just $5 a day. On the surface, I know, it feels totally insignificant. It's barely a fancy cup of coffee, right? But this is where the math gets incredibly exciting.
Because of compound growth, your money doesn't just sit there gathering dust. Step 1, your money earns money. But step 2 is the real game changer. Those new earnings, they start generating their own returns. It's like a financial snowball rolling down a mountain, gaining terrifying momentum. Your money is literally reproducing without you lifting a finger.
And this compounding effect reveals an incredible truth. Time is infinitely more valuable than your initial capital. It's really not about having a massive lump sum to start with. It's about giving your money the runway it needs to multiply. Time is, without a doubt, the most vital employee in your finance business. Moving on to part 4, multiple income streams, diversifying your wealth. As the CEO of your life, you know a robust finance business never relies on just a single client. Millionaires build these massive financial fortresses by holding market investments, scaling businesses, creating digital products, collecting dividends, earning royalties, or leveraging high-level freelance skills. It's all about variety.
The whole objective here is ultimate security. If a market shift hits your primary business, or, say, a contract ends, those other streams, they just keep flowing. It's an engineered safety net that completely neutralizes the existential panic that most people associate with job loss.
Let's wrap this up with part 5, the millionaire mindset, shifting your perspective.
It all stems from a fundamental psychological divide. When the middle class receives capital, the immediate reflex is consumption. They ask, what can I buy with this? But when the wealthy receive capital, the reflex is allocation. They ask, how can I make this grow? Cash isn't a tool for buying things. For them, it's seed capital.
That mindset mandates a golden rule. Every single dollar must have a job. I want you to think of every dollar as a newly hired employee in your finance business. I mean, you wouldn't pay someone to just sit around in the break room doing nothing, right? You put them to work generating more dollars.
Look, financial freedom is not some sudden overnight magic trick. It is the cumulative math of small, highly strategic decisions repeated for years. It's choosing to save, choosing to invest, and choosing to scale your knowledge day after day.
Because before you can properly allocate capital into real estate or equities, you absolutely must acquire the intelligence to do so. The highest ROI investment you will ever make is in yourself, your own financial education. It is literally the one asset that is entirely immune to inflation and market crashes.
So as you go about the rest of your day, take a look at your own bank account and ask yourself honestly, is your money working for you today, or are you still just working for it? Subscribe to keep building your financial intelligence and start running your personal finance business like a pro. Trust me, your future self will thank you.